We'll leave that one there, but if you like what UK is doing, then please support us. And as we are saying, for a mere £5 a month, you are getting all of the UK column news, plus interviews, plus seminars, plus so much more. So if you're a subscriber already, thank you very much. If you can assist us boost our membership numbers, that would also be wonderful. Now, I'll just bring in information platforms, because we're always saying that the information we put out on other platforms is there to share, which it is. Please give us a mention if you're pushing on UK column information. But today, I just wanted to highlight that Facebook is no longer available to us. We seem to have been locked out, and Facebook does not want to engage with us at allowing us back in. So I wonder whether we have been designated as an inauthentic asset network, as has been mentioned in the start of the news. Who knows? We'll see. And of course, if you want to support us by purchasing something from the UK column shop, that would be really excellent. There's a lot of good items there, and a purchase does make a big difference for us. It's a big boost, so do have a look. Now, Mike Robinson asked me to give a special mention for this interview, which is going out at 1 p.m. tomorrow. This young man, Micah Siegel, is 12 years old. He's decided he's had enough of school, and with help from adults, he is now embarking on a completely different type of education. And this is a really, really interesting interview entitled Too Cool for School. So have a look at that tomorrow and see the wisdom that this young man brings. Now, we've got this one here, Bring in the Noise. This is starting to promote the good work going on north of the border in Scotland in relation to vaccine damage and people who are vaccine injured, beg your pardon. So this is Sunday, June the 2nd. I've lost that one. Thank you. This is Sunday, June the 2nd, and it's 18 Jamaica Street. That's Glasgow, G1, 4QD, and it's a live Q&A plus a fundraiser. So that is doors open at 6 p.m. and the show starts at 7 p.m. and you can get tickets via Ticket Scotland. Alex, this is a good advert for us to have here, because of course there's much good work going on in Scotland on this particular topic.
There is, and a lot of commentators, Brian, are now confessing, Neil Oliver is but one of them, quite honestly, that they didn't pay enough attention, whether they have a connection to Scotland or not, to the Edinburgh-based COVID inquiry. Some shockers are coming out of it. Scotland pursued perhaps the most rigorous COVID policies across the board of any United Kingdom nation, due not least to the Clintonite Devi Sridhar in charge of public health policy at the time. But that is now being redressed, and I have particular praise for occasional UK column author David Tait, T-A-I-T, who, as well as writing for us, and we will have more of his excellent pieces looking at regional COVID issues from freedom of information requests. David Tait also runs a Substack blog. Here it is, and sorry for leaning on the button too early when you were just talking about the previous piece. So David Tait's blog on Substack is called Biologyphenom. It'll be in the show notes for those who can't find it easily. And there are 2 parts now to his highlights reel. He's gone through previous iterations, and the first was a quarter of an hour. The second is an extended one to nearly half an hour. It's a bit obscure for people to go to Substack and find embedded videos because, of course, as you just mentioned, the big players, Facebook, YouTube, Vimeo, don't like us anymore. So in order to counteract that, he has provided direct download links, which will be in the show notes, so that you can, if you have the ability to send a file transfer or something of that nature, send the 2 versions, the quarter hour or the half hour, to anyone you want, so that they can put them on their own platforms or play them to whoever may need to see them. There are many shockers that will leave people scunnered, as they say, north of the border, about the policy that was being pursued during COVID. And David Tait, Biologyphenom, also here on ukcolumn.org, I think is the finest of anyone who's following this. Just also from me, praise on our recent piece. The popular Heather Haying, a big hitter on Twitter, who was also mentioned in the piece in question, has drawn particular attention and praise to Dr. Petra Busken's last essay, part 1 of 3, which went up in our comment section last week, on the spat that developed between the advocates of mass formation and those opposed to them, as explainers or as theories for why we all obeyed mostly during COVID. And Heather Haying is signposting people to the essay, which is here, The Paradigm Wars, Part 1. Part 2 should go up tomorrow, if I am able to fit that in with the other things I'm doing in Georgia, and keep with this series, because although the events in question and even the lawsuit between the protagonists are now behind us, this is now, I think, time for us to take stock and say, should we be spending so much energy on accusing other people in the dissident scene of having a traitor theory, or should we be looking at what was done to our minds?
We should certainly be looking at what was done to our minds, Alex. There's no question of this, because it affects how we see so much in the world. And there clearly is a massive campaign to attack our minds. Now,